She was cutting cabbage for the kraut outside on the table, and Mom was in the kitchen, looked out, and Terry was cutting the cabbage this way. She said, "Terry, don't cut the cabbage toward you. Cut away from you." Okay. As soon as she thought Mom wasn't looking, the bush would come right through that cabbage and just laid her nose open. Another time, we had 3 panels of wood across the front gate because this old sow had one too many pigs for teats. And Mom took it in and fed it herself and raised it. Well, when it got big enough for put back in the other pigs, it wouldn't stay. He'd hop out of there and come in the house. So she put pickets across the gate to keep the pig out. So Terry went to gather the egg, and we were just sitting down to supper when we heard this. Oh, Mom said, "Lord of mercy, Terry's hurt." She jumped up and headed out the front door, and the rest of us run out too. Terry's laying in the yard, just on and going on, eggs all over the place. She stood flat-footed and tried to jump over that. Flat-footed jump this way over something this high. But she was always doing things like that. And that's when she made that long scar across her shin. She just cut her on the top of the fence. And Lem stuck her in the head with an ice pick, or coal. They went up there was a coal bank right up in the hollow from the house. And Mom sent Lem up there to get coal for the fireplace. Terry went with him. I guess maybe she told him to go. And he picked down what coal he could put in the sack in a burlap bag and carry back to the house. Shale and stuff, had a great big high bank there. That was probably 15, 18 feet. So she was already down to the foot of the bank when Lem said, "Terry, carry the pick." Okay, so he just threw it. And it went end over end, stuck in her head. Well, Mom was in the bed with a baby, but I don't remember which baby. And Price Granny, my great-grandmother that I loved so much, was there, and Granny Meade. So Mom said, "Lord of mercy, run, Rose." She could hear Terry screaming. "Run, Rose, and see what's the matter." So Granny gets up and goes trundling out the front door and comes flying right back in and said, "You go, Price, you go." Terry's face was full of blood, and she was doing this to see where she's going. And Granny ran the other way, away from the blood. So Price Granny gets up and goes out there, and she takes Terry and goes around the house and at the kitchen door, washes her up, and took a piece of cigarette paper from Dad. He wrote his own, and she put it on there to stop the bleeding. And then she let Mommy know what happened. And she looked at Granny Meade and she said, "Rose, I'm ashamed of you." Granny couldn't stand the sight of all that blood. So she ran away. But Terry had a scar right here on the edge of her hair where Lem stuck a pick in her head.